I'm here to talk to you about meditation cushions or meditation cushions. I did a video on this and I got some interest, but I think people are kind of missing them what I'm trying to get at. I've shot some other videos on energy vortices, and so I thought I'd combine the two of them and talk about the metaphysics of meditation. Why you need a cushion gets down to why, the way I see meditation. People have all sorts of principles of meditation, calms you down, makes you a better person. There's a psychological component, there's a health component, it's healthy stuff, I'm going to talk about the metaphysics. I am an earth healer, a geomancer. I work with the unseen world that exists around us, that hidden world, and that's what I'm going to talk about, and why this, in my opinion, is probably the most useful tool for anyone on the spiritual path. So if you're on the path, you need to get a cushion. And I have what I call a sportsman's cushion. This is just a cushion that's very durable, you can sit on. I've got a clip, I can put it here, I can put it on my backpack. I always meditate on that, and I'm going to explain to you why, in detail, why that is. Now, you want something to last a long time. I used to have my first meditation cushion was like shells or something. I forget. It felt comfortable, but it didn't endure. You want something that's going to last the rest of your life, and you're going to want it to last the rest of your life, because the most precious thing is what you add to it. You're going to make this valuable through your actions on it, and it's going to retain a memory, and I'll explain why. So you want something durable that you can last, and you should always meditate on this. Now, so people talk about meditation. Let me explain with the way I look at meditation. Meditation is many things. I'm not going to say my ideas are better than yours. Still your mind, give you focus, things like that. I think a meditation can make you a better person and do many more things. Now, if you go into meditation, people say you can focus on your breath. I, for years, used to focus on the Hindu technique of focused concentration. I picked a flower. I've talked about this before. I noticed it wasn't working out. It made me feel bad. I changed it to a mantra of sorts. But meditation, focused meditation is what I did. And you want to focus, you want this meditation cushion because why? Part of the reason that you meditate is you want to create, every time you think or do something, you create an imprint. Hinduism calls this a samskara, a thought form. It attaches to you. It becomes the root of your karma. Each time you think or do something, this attaches to you. And what you want with meditation is you want to develop an imprint that becomes so strong that it begins to lift you and lift you up. And so what ends up happening with this cushion is that each time you meditate, you add to it. You add to this cushion. You make it stronger. You make the meditation stronger, so the meditation goes stronger. Now, what are the consequences of this? Is two things. Is when you meditate on a cushion like this, the first thing that you're going to notice is that you're going to go into trance much quicker, and you're going to go into trance deeper. So all of a sudden, it might take you 5-10 minutes, I don't know, 20 minutes, get really into deep meditation. All of a sudden, you're coming at it very strongly. That is because there is a synergy created between this and the cushion. Meditation is also, in my opinion, about making you a better person, nourishing your soul, raising your consciousness. And as a person that works with the unseen world, a geomancer, an earth healer, I work with earth energies, and I can tell you there is a specific earth energy that you attract during meditation that makes you a better person. So I've got Jane over here. She's now in a concentrated state. So I say, which way is the energy, the love energy going? So it's going this way, right? It's going, my rods are pointing the direction it's going. But watch what happens when I get close to her. It's showing the flow of energy. It's slowing the flow of energy. I'm getting close to her, and all of a sudden, I'm like 2 feet away from her head, and it's being pulled in. So what that tells me is that she's getting an extra dose of what I call love prana, or cosmic prana, that is now not just next to her, but is coming in a big way. This is the stuff that nourishes your soul. Now people can say, well, that's kind of wacky. Well, think about it this way. Your physical body needs food and water. You cannot build protein. I mean, you cannot build muscle without eating protein. and your energy body needs energy. So you need spiritual nutrition. And so meditation is one way that you get this. Now this meditation prana, this spiritual prana, we are immersed in it 24/7. What ends up happening is you get an extra dose of this when you do good acts. So if you do a loving act, you do a caring, giving, helping, whatever, you're going to get a rush of this, and you're also going to get a rush of this during meditation. So this nourishes your soul. So that's one of the things that happens. Now, I call this product cosmic prana, something like that, but that develops this sort of meditation, gets stronger. Now, this is, I don't want to give you, this has got a huge, this has got a small vortex attached to it. And if we'll look at it right now, this has got, this stone has got a, if I say how, you know, let me get this out of the way, this has got a really big one. But if I say, show me the vortex, there's a vortex right here on this stone that I'm going, and how far does it draw out? So it draws out about 2 feet, so it's like 3.5 to 4 feet in diameter. Now what happens, so it's 2.5 to 4 feet in diameter, right? This pull. So I'm coming here, going with this thing, so where does it begin to pull? It's about here. So this distance is easily 1.5 feet, probably 2 feet. So let's say it's a 4-foot diameter. Now, what ends up happening? Assume this is your cushion. This is the meditation cushion. This is what ends up happening with the meditation cushion. I'm going to give this to Jane to hold right now. Now she's going to stay meditating. Now what ends up happening when she's meditating there, assuming this is a cushion. I have these cushions, they've got vortices on, they're like 20 feet in diameter. But so to make it, I couldn't make the example. So I'm coming next to her, I'm showing which way the energy's going. And what ends up happening is, so I am now almost 4 feet away from her. So now she was drawing 2 feet, 1.5 feet. Now it's 4, so it's on either side, so it's 8 feet. So there is a larger pull of energy in when you develop this synergy between you and the cushion. Now this is exaggerated because this has a vortex. It's not always going to have a vortex, but there is a synergy that you create with it. Now what does this energy do? This energy nourishes you, makes you a better person. And what it also begins to do, it begins to burn off stuff. So you as a meditator, you will notice at times that you get foggy, you get forgetful, you get spacey, whatever you want to say. That is because this energy that you attract during meditation begins to burn off your karma, the stuff, the junk that you're attracted to. It's like a strong wind. It starts to blow. It's not going to get rid of all your karma, all your baggage, but it's going to pull some of it away. So it is the other thing to meditation. It enhances that ability to cleanse yourself of your garbage. It begins that process, that dark night of the soul. So, you know, if you get spacey, you will get spacey with this much more so than you would with normal meditation. Because why? It's cleansing you. We all have garbage that attaches to us. Negative thoughts, negative beings, a monkey mind that goes like this, constant chat. That chatter begins to be quieted by this, and that accelerates that process. So the cushion does that. So it's going to give you more spiritual nutrition, and it's begun cleansing you. Now, the one thing that you should realize is that this sort of stuff, you have to develop a tolerance. Now back in 2003, 2005, I don't know when I was there. I started, meditating years ago, but it was about then I began an aggressive program. And I noticed that I couldn't meditate for long periods because I would get nauseous, I'd get sick. And it was because I was bringing in the spiritual nutrition. So you should be aware of this, that you might get a little nauseous or sick because you're being overwhelmed with all this energy. It also gives you a little bit of a buzz or high, depends how it goes. But and the other thing I'd say as a caveat is if you can meditate for hours and you haven't, for nothing, it means that maybe you aren't getting enough nutrition. That's a side note. But what ends up happening when you burn this stuff off is out with the baby, with the hot water. But anyway, I hope this has helped, but it shows you why a meditation cushion like this is so valuable, because it's going to help leapfrog. It's going to happen. Every time you sit on it, you create a stronger impression. So when you come together, 1 and 1 becomes 3, 4, 5. So anyway, I hope that understands the way I see meditation and why I think you should have a meditation cushion. Thank you so much for your time. Please like and subscribe. Namaste!